JB Scoop's first interview before the 2023 KFG Fantasy Draft here in the Poconos. Here today with Shijin. Shijin holds the 4th overall selection.
Glad to be
Shijin,
here.
how you doing?
Doing great, man. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely.
Thank you
So
for
Shijin
asking.
pulled up here about an hour ago, full with Chick-fil-A, had a
Yes,
great
sir.
weekend. His brother got married recently. Life's going good for him. He's in school.
What
So
a
he's
time.
got everything going right now.
What a time to be alive.
All right. So what
That's
are you
right.
most looking forward to today? What are you most looking forward to?
If I could put it to one word, it would be domination.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to just dominating the entire scene that we have today. We have a lot of landscape, so there's a lot to dominate here. And that's exactly what I'm planning to do today.
Love that answer. Yeah, it is beautiful. You know, we're in like a bit of a gated community here, but a beautiful area. We saw black bear, a lot of wilderness. We walked around. Beautiful day for a draft, so you're looking to dominate. We love it.
It's a great
Shid,
time.
you're at number 4. Obviously, it depends on who's going before you. Who are you looking to take at the 4th pick, ideally, in a perfect world?
In a perfect world, where I would go
You
with
keep
the
it-
best. I would go with the best running back in the league.
Okay.
And he's actually from our hometown in New York, in New Jersey. And I'm gonna let the crowd, I'm gonna let the audience just figure out who that person is. But yes, that person is exactly who I want to be taking in my team. With the best player in the NFL is gonna be on my team. Best believe that.
I love to hear it. I mean, that would definitely, I think, shock some people. But, you know, you got to get your guy. You know, you pass on him, you're probably not going to get the chance to get him in the second round.
For sure.
You know, especially with all these fans here. So I like that strategy. You know, what's one player, last question, what's one player you do not want to leave this draft without today?
Well, besides that best player in the league, I would have to think of a wide receiver that is by far one of the most talented and most versatile player in the league, and his name is Keenan Allen. I think he has what it takes to become top tier in the league, and for most people, he's forgotten. But for people like me that have a brain, no, he is talented, and that's a person I want on my team.
Yeah, playing with a good young quarterback should be a good offense. So there you go. You heard it here first. The first of JV Scoops here with Shijin George. He is a champion in, what year were you, 2021 or 2020? 2020 champion. He's won a points title. He's got a good history, so he's looking to be the first 2-time champion this year. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Let's get it.
Woo!
Let's get it.
Woo! All right, folks, back again. Here we are with the second scoop of the day, right before the 2023 KFG draft. We are here with Greg Magro, one of the most distinguished records in this league to this point. He's made at least a few championships. He won his first in 2021. And here he is, just a lot of success. He is here today with the 2nd overall pick, a good place to be. So, Greg, how are you feeling just a little bit before draft day?
You know, I'm feeling a little bit of confidence. You know, we had our championship, and then we lost the year after. That's what the champ does. We understand it all. Right now, I'm in between 2 kind of running backs, Bart.
Okay.
So I'm in between McCaffrey and I'm in between Eckler.
Okay, so you're expecting one of those two.
I'm
to take
expecting
him.
one of those two. I don't want to go Jamar mainly because I have him in Dynasty, and so I'm like, I want a little bit of a
You don't want all your
different
eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
You know, you did get a little injury last year.
Exactly. So that's why I'm between McCaffrey and Eckler, and it's a tough decision right now. It's a very tough
Absolutely.
decision. So, hey, we're when the time comes, the name will hit me, and I'll put the sticker on the board, and we can get after it. You know? So,
Absolutely. It's a tough decision, but it's a good decision. Either way, you should leave with a pretty solid player there. So, you know, let's touch on that. You know, you mentioned it. So, 7 years in the KFG league, where the champion has been a new champion, so the first-time champion, and 7 years now after your streak is broken, where the champion misses the playoffs the following season. So, Drew was the champion this year, of course. How do you expect his season to go?
You know, I mean, I've learned it's destiny. The champ from the previous year just does not make playoffs. I think Drew will have a good season, but I just think he's just going to miss the cusp of the playoffs just because of, you know, that's what it is. You don't go against that stuff. I learned my lesson. I thought I was going to win. I thought I was going to make the playoffs, be 2-year champ. Nope, didn't happen. I got to give credit to it, and that's it.
Absolutely. History has proven itself, and it continues to repeat. I think that, you know, based on this, 7 years is a good track record. So looking to make it 8 for the champion to miss the playoffs the following season. I'm going to lob this question to everybody today, so here we go. What is one player you don't want to leave this draft without today, besides your first-round pick? Who is one guy that you're really that you're set on, that you will maybe reach on, especially, you know, us on the corner ends of the draft, somebody that you have to have on your team at the end of this draft?
I think I'm saying Tony Pollard. I don't know why. I'm pretty big on him. We've done a couple mocks. I'm pretty confident that I will be getting Tony Pollard in like the second or third round, and I like that value for him, especially with Zeke moving out. So I think Tony Pollard is one of the big guys that's not my first pick, that if I leave without this draft, I'm going to be a little bit upset.
Awesome. Love that answer. And that would be, a pretty dangerous running back duo there with, either Eckler or McCaffrey and Pollard. So thank you for your time. I hope you have a great season and good luck to you.
JB Scoops, it was awesome. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. I don't have any hands
No,
to
it's
shake.
okay.
Here we are, folks. JB Scoops, third scoop of the day, right before the KFG 2023 draft. I'm here with Steven Vassallo. Steven Vassallo coming off a career year in 2022 where he won the points title and made the playoffs for the first time. Today, he goes into the draft holding the seventh overall pick. Sorry, not second. That's Greg. Seventh overall pick. Steve, how are you doing today? And happy season to you.
I'm doing good, of course. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. It's all good.
Sticking up.
Hair and makeup screwing you
There
over
we go.
here.
Yeah, now I'm trying to not just take part, but take over. Word to Conor McGregor. He's a classic winner right there, and I'm trying to follow suit. Because making the playoffs is not enough, but I'm glad I had that wonderful year last year. So now looking forward to 7. Back of the line. So not too great, but we'll make it work.
Absolutely. So, yeah, scratching the surface feels definitely good. So happy for you there. You're looking to ride this momentum. So last year, you structured your team around your running backs. You had Josh Jacobs, who had a career year. You had Derrick Henry, was very solid for you. And I think you had Joe Burrow at quarterback as well. So you're looking to repeat that kind of same formula, or are you looking to switch it up this year?
Where I'm at, it makes it tough. I'm leaning towards like a wide receiver first, or possibly tight end. Spoiler alert.
Okay. I figure that's only one guy, but yeah.
It depends. So there's a guy, I'm still undecided. We'll see how the picks go and everything. But it may be different. But then later, if he falls or whatever, I don't know if he will, but a Josh Jacobs or something like that, I would be more than happy with taking the second round. So I think it'll be a bit more even balanced, though, this year. So.
Absolutely. And I've been asking this question to everybody, so I'm just trying to keep a fair answer if you want or don't. But who was the number one player that you do not want to leave this draft without at any position? Like, who is the guy that you don't want to leave this draft without? You'll reach for him if you have to. Who would that be?
Oh, my God.
It's up to you. You feel free to share.
I do want, I just mentioned him, Josh Jacobs, but I don't know if he'll get there, but if he's available. Just watching highlights and having him last year makes me a little biased. But also not a specific person, but a good QB. Not waiting till I want to take like an early QB, one of the top 4 or whatever like that. So I don't know a specific person, but I will say like top 4. I want to leave with a good QB and then Josh Jacobs. So
awesome. Yeah, that would be a good strategy. You talked about wide receiver, running back, and possibly a good Q to anchor yourself down. So yeah, we'll touch on a little bit of the history piece. Just had Greg in the office here. So, you are one of the 3 that has not won. So we're talking about history, 7 years in a row, a different champion every year. So, by, history, and we've seen with Greg's playoff streak ending, by logic, you have a 33% chance. So assuming the draft goes well, how do you feel that you'll be able to win the chip this year? How confident are you feeling?
I think between the 3, I have the most momentum. So I'm hoping to ride that in off last year. Maybe repeat points champion, but that is like second tier to winning the title. That's obviously the main goal. So yeah, I think I have the best chance, but you never know with fantasy. Someone could come unexpectedly. You don't know how the draft's going to go, trade. So I have no idea, but that's my hope, that I have the momentum to pull away. So
awesome. Well, Steve, good luck to you. Happy season. And I hope you have a great and fortunate career right here.
Oh, yeah, starting with the draft. That's where it all starts, so let's hope it's good.
Absolutely. Ready to kick it off. This is Steve with the 3rd scoop of the day. Thank you. Welcome to the 4th scoop of JB Scoops. Right before the 2023 KFG Fantasy Draft, we are here with none other but our champion and holding the 3rd overall pick, Dhruv Parmar. Dhruv, how are you doing, and how do you feel about this weekend overall? Beautiful house that we're staying in. We're reporting live from the Poconos. Dhruv put a lot of hard work into it. Dhruv, how do you feel everything's turning out so far, and how are you feeling right before this draft starts?
It's been a great weekend so far. Nothing to complain about. I'm here with my 10 best buds, so we're all making the most of it. And, we could play some long games, but, that's okay. It's not Sergey's fault that he has no one. But, hey, 3rd pick, I'm pretty sure I know who I'm going to get. But you never know with some people in this league. There are always people a little sketchy in this league. So I heard some trade talk from some people downstairs right now. We're talking. So we'll see what happens if there's a big trade that might mess up who I want to take.
Wow, you hear that, folks? The stove is heating just a couple hours before the draft here. Drew, so who, feel free to share or don't.
Yeah, I mean,
who are you looking for?
You know,
the third
it's
overall
pretty
pick?
evident I do want Jamar Chase.
Okay.
You know, I've been a big Bengals receiver fan, the wide receiver 1 fan for a while with Mr. AJ Green. So, Jamar Chase maybe can take that title away from AJ and be a lot better than him. So hopefully Jamar Chase makes it to me.
Love that, dude. Stay true to your roots. So now I'll ask you a question. Your fantasy championship was great. It was a great run. You ended up sneaking in, getting that bye.
Yes,
So fantastic work there. You faced Kyle, who you dropped the championship to in the past. So Mike Evans, big performance.
Yeah,
Can we expect to see him on your team again this year?
Definitely with where he's being drafted. He's being drafted as like almost a bench option. So, Mike Evans, if he wants to hang out, maybe he'll even make a flex play. So, yeah, I'll definitely be looking to even take Mike Evans or Chris Godwin because I do like both the Bucs receivers, even with Baker's bum ass throwing them the ball.
Awesome. Great. So love to hear that. The Bucs, no Brady, but, maybe Baker can get it done. Last question. I've been asking this to everybody. Feel free to answer if you want to or not. Who is one guy, regardless of position or ADP, do you want to lead this draft with today? That you could reach? Do you see yourself reaching on? I know you're on the end of the draft there. Who is one guy you have to get?
Honestly, I think it's going to be Bryce Young. I'm really high on Bryce Young. I think he's a really smart quarterback. And where he's being drafted at, if I take him late in the rounds, I definitely could easily get him. So it's not really like a must, but I do have high hopes for Bryce Young on the Carolina Panthers.
Okay, great. And, I do got to bring up history. I brought it up with a couple of other people left. So not sure if you're aware, but 7 straight years for as long as we've been around, the champion has missed the playoffs in every year following their championship year. Do you think the streak comes to an end at 7? Or is it going to extend to 8 after your season here? What do you feel?
I'm sure every winner has said they're going to make the playoffs next year, and they never have. So I'm going to go with I'm not going to make the playoffs, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I have a lot of content to work on the website, so I'm not going to be too distracted on not making missing the playoffs. So let's stay true to the streak that's going on. So let's keep it up.
Awesome, dude. Well, I love it. We definitely appreciate everything you've done this weekend. We appreciate all the work that you do, putting out content, organizing the content, creating the website. A very valued member of the league. Drew, good luck to you this season.
I appreciate it. Hopefully this makes it to the website too, this KFG vlog. JB Scoops definitely has a spot on the website, so definitely get this going.
Oh, thank you, dude, so much. I appreciate it. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
We are here with the 5th scoop of the JB Scoop series ahead of the 2023 KFG Fantasy Draft. We are here with none other than our fearless commissioner, Nick Mayu. Nick is coming into today holding the 6th overall pick. Nick, happy draft day to you. How are you feeling ahead of this year?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the JV Scoop series. I'm happy to be here. Usually I'm the one hosting and you're the one joining me, but today we reversed that. Happy to be here. Happy it's draft day and just kind of ready to go here.
Absolutely. Definitely one of the best days of the year. So let's get right into it here. Yeah. 6th overall pick. We've seen a lot. In every mock, it seems that you're getting the chance to get him. Is Bijan who you were going to go with if he's available at number 6?
Yeah, so I think I've been kind of upfront. There's been some speculation that I haven't been telling the truth about, putting a little smoke screen, maybe some have said, about who I'm going with at 6. But in my heart and in my eyes, it's Bijan, and you'll see on the board tonight, Bijan Robinson at number 6, as long as he makes it.
Absolutely. And even if somebody that you expected maybe drops, would it still be Bijan, or would somebody like Jamar or CMC have you considering that choice?
We'll see how it plays out. If someone drops, things could always change. I'm not going to set it in stone, but with my heart and how I've seen the draft may go, I've mocked it out myself personally. I'm thinking Bijan all the way.
All right, love to hear it. So we'll get into a little bit of your background here, a little bit of your history ahead of 2023. As you shared in the pre-draft screening, the pre-interview screening, sorry. Yep. The only member to not win a playoff game. I know last year you made it, dropped out of the first round. What improvements are you looking to go into 2023 with to get that, to burst onto the scene, and hopefully get that elusive first championship?
Yeah, it's hard when you haven't won a playoff game yet to say we got to keep course, but I want to just be true to myself this year. Make sure I draft the guys I want to draft. Make sure I just go in and take the guys I prepared to draft all year. Make sure I get the guys I like, most importantly, and let the players do their thing. And not much I can control after that.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, based on history, 7 years in this league, 7 first-time champions. By logic, you're giving yourself a 33% chance. Yeah. Do you think that that's accurate? Do you think you have a higher chance? Or do you think it's going to be a real grind where you're going to be battling for position and maybe a bye or something like that?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, no matter what season we're in, it's always a 10% chance to win. We got 10 guys fighting, 10 great guys in this league. Everyone's competing. Everyone plays their asses off. Everyone makes great pickups, great trades. Everyone's great here. So I think it's always a 10% chance. Everyone's fighting for that same thing, regardless of who's won and who's not won yet. So I'll be doing the same thing.
That's a great answer from a guy who knows all the right buttons to push and all the right things to say. So, Nick, last question I've been asking everybody. Feel free to answer if you want to or don't. Who is one guy, regardless of position or draft or ADP, are you looking to leave this draft with today?
Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of guys I love in this draft today, and I don't want to give too much away. I think the obvious answer here is going to be Justin Herbert. I think for me, he's my favorite quarterback. I know he let me down last year with a number 11 finish, which is not what you want out of him, but I expect a big-time bounce back with Kellen Moore, especially coming into town. It's going to pace it up a little bit. They're going to be throwing hard. So for me, if he's available at the right price, with all the quarterbacks that are around him, I think I would jump the gun and take him a little ahead of ADP if I need to.
Great. Well, thank you so much for spending the time with us. I hope you have a great season. Wish all the best to you. And thank you again for joining us and planning this great event with Drew. We're very thankful for all that you do for the league. And we look forward to keeping it going.
Always happy to help, and we'll see you down there, Chief.
Thank you, sir. Here we are with the sixth scoop of the day ahead of the 2023 KFG Fantasy Draft. We welcome in our Sacco champion and holding the 9th overall pick today, Christopher Barrera. Christopher, how are you doing ahead of the 2023 season and on draft day?
I feel good. I think I have a decent game plan out there. We're just going to pick the best players available, regardless of position, obviously, except, quarterbacks. You have one of them. Not going to take two of them. But we're going to go with the best players in the draft and let the draft come to us instead of having a shitty game plan that, ends you up in the Sacco. So I think that'll be a big game changer this week in this year. So we'll have to get after it.
Absolutely, and like we mentioned, Sacco last year. Before you had your championship appearance.
Yep.
But after that, not too much success. No. What are you looking to do from a tactical perspective to spice things up and get a turnaround in your success here?
KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Okay.
I think when it comes to fantasy, it's about points in, points out, right? And you got to focus on what you can control. Had a shitty year last year. I'm not gonna lie, but it's all right. You gotta leave that in the past, and we got a big future ahead of us. 9th pick, love my spot. I think we got a lot of potential for growth this year, and that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see exponentially a better team. I think we'll have a better game plan. I think we'll be a more balanced approach, and that's a big draft strategy right there. But I'm not gonna get too deep into it. Not as deep as Bartis got last night, but deep into
Yeah, I shared a little bit. So, I like to share a little bit, but I've also been, known to throw some smoke screens around. We can't, you're right in front of me in the draft. Yeah. You're 9, I'm 10, so we can't really get into too deep into specifics. But do you know a specific position that you're looking to go, like early on? Like, are you
first round best player available, so whoever falls to me. I'm not going to reach for running backs, wide receiver. No, whatever the best player is, that's going to be my position there, and I'm just going to fill out my team with the balanced approach. Not really try to go too dominant. I mean, it's also a 6-point quarterback touchdown league. So
a little generous.
I think that my strategies in years past of not having a great quarterback, it works if you actually get a good one, in those late rounds. But if you don't get a good one, you're fucked.
Absolutely. Yeah, and again, whatever you feel comfortable sharing, you decline to answer if not. But I've been asking everybody, what is one person, regardless of position or ADP, are you looking to leave this draft here today? Who's got to be on your team?
Oh, fuck. I don't want to go with anybody because I think, not just because, Bartis is here and he's behind me in the draft, but if you have one player that you really love, sometimes, it just changes up your whole draft strategy. Like, I can't go with him. What if he sucks? So go with the best player available. Keep it simple, get who's good at football and leave the rest to everybody else. It's not, overly complicated as everyone makes it out to be. I think the more simple you keep it, the better, and, the outcomes are going to be what it may, so.
Very good answer there. And, the last thing, based on history here, we've had 7 years in the league, 7 first-time champions. So here we go. You're right up there with Steve and Nick. Based on logic, you got a 33% chance to take home the title this year. Do you think that that's an accurate representation? How are you feeling going into 2023?
No, I think we have 10 good competitors. I think anybody could win. I think that number you shared out is pretty interesting. But at the end of the day, we all have an equal chance. We all have it. How many rounds do we have? 14?
Oh, yeah. I think
We all
so.
have 14 selections to make the 14 best picks that we think possible at the position we're at. So I think I have a 1 in 10 shot, just like everybody else. I don't think there's a magical thing to it. I think, it's just been the way it is. 7 champions, 7 first-time champions, I think we have a great league. It's not like we're not competitive, so every opponent matters. Every game matters.
Absolutely. And, Chris, we're probably going to be stealing players from each other, and cursing each other's names throughout the night, but I wish you the best of luck and a good season for you. Yeah, Lexington Steel without
Lexington
lube.
Steel, no lube. Just
Yep. Thank you for the time.
no
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Thank you.
We are here with the 7th scoop of the JB Scoop series, ahead of the KFG 2023 fantasy draft. Today we are here with a former champion, our 2017 champion, and a points title holder. He comes into today with the 8th overall selection. We are here with none other than Josh Country Breakfast Warren. Josh, how you feeling? Happy draft day, first of all, and how you feeling going into the 2023 season?
Happy draft day. Happy draft day. I'm feeling great. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I got my pick locked and loaded, depending on what Sidgen does, because I'm getting rumors that he's going to do something crazy, and then I might have to change things up, but we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. I'm excited. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, so we did host the first scoop with Sidgen. He was the last to get here, first to go in the JB Scoops. We heard some rumors that'll come out later on, but, Saquon, is that the guy you're looking for in the first round?
Initially he was the guy I was going for. I was not taking him in the mocks. I was trying to throw things off, trying to fuck with people's heads, trying to make them think that I didn't want him anymore. Well, I did, and he's not going to be there anymore, so I'm going to have to figure something out. But it's okay, because someone else will be there. We'll make things work. Maybe Tyreek Hill. We'll see.
Understandable, and I agree 100%. You're one of the biggest Giant fans that I know. Dripped out in the new KT jersey here. There we go. Look at this. This is nice threads right here. So if Saquon's not there at 8, who are you looking to go with?
I might shock the world. I might take a Browns running back. We'll see.
Yeah, no, that Browns running back's got a pretty good outlook coming into this year. So, you've had some good success in this league. What has been the driving factor for your success here in this league? What do you think has made you a successful member of this league's history?
I think it's the banter. The banter back and forth and just wanting to be better than Greg and Drew. That's basically what it is. I just want to be better than them every year. Last year, I didn't do it. The year before, did Greg win that year?
2021.
Okay,
So
I haven't been better lately, but we're ready to turn that around this year. So let's get it.
Absolutely. Who is one person? I haven't asked this question yet. Who is one person that you're really looking forward to facing in our league this year that you really want to, dominate in either a regular season or in a playoff format?
I'm gonna follow it up on what I just said, and I'm gonna go with Greg week 1.
Calling him out. That's your week 1 matchup?
Wait. Yep, that's my week 1 matchup. I wouldn't want it any other way. He told me maybe he does want it a different way, but I'm not changing. I want you week 1, Greg. Let's get it.
This has a WWE type feel to it. I'm loving the way this is going. Josh, one question I've been asking again. I know you're 2 picks before me, so if you don't want to share, it's fine, or keep it general. But I've been asking everybody, who is one player, regardless of position or ADP, you want to find yourself leaving this draft with today? Again, you don't have to answer. It's up to you. Nick can cut it out. He's editing all these.
It initially was Saquon.
If you don't want to, you don't have to answer.
No, it's tough. It's tough.
I totally get it.
I'll keep it disclosed for now.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes today, and we'll follow up after the draft.
Awesome. And hey, we're at the back end of the draft. I'm sure we're going to be stealing picks from each other left and right, and cursing each other out. So one of the best days of the year. We're here. We're ready. We're looking forward to it. Josh, thank you for the time, and good luck this season.
Good luck to you too, buddy. Love you, brother.
Love you too, dude. All right, folks. We are here with the 8th scoop of the day before the 2023 KFG Fantasy Draft. We are here with a former champion and last year's runner-up. It is my brother, Kyle Bartis. Kyle, how you doing? You hold the 5th pick today.
Yes, yes, I do.
Who are you looking to grab in the first round here today?
Well, I have a couple guys in mind. It really just depends on how the 3 and 4 shake up, because I think the 1 and the 2 are pretty locked in. I have a couple guys in mind. I don't really want to reveal them yet.
That's fine. Well, it's not getting disclosed until after the fact, so you can if you want.
All right. Well,
You can keep your voice lower just in case there's people around.
my goal is Austin Eckler,
Okay.
but if he gets taken at 4, which is what I expect, I might shake things up and take Travis Kelce.
Okay. You like the tight end, huh?
I do.
What entices you most about Travis Kelce? What would you look in him that would make him the centerpiece of your team this year?
I think he is the clear-cut star in a position that is barren. I think there's about like 5 guys that you could probably put there that are starters for the year. Kelce blows them out of the water. Not only that, he is the number 1 target on an offense with the best quarterback in the NFL. So I think it's a pretty easy choice if you were to not get any of the 4 guys that you want beforehand. So.
Okay. And like we mentioned before, runner-up last year, obviously a lot of that, was due to Michael Evans. So what are you looking to build on from last year? How are you going to get over that little hurdle that you would have had to get to the championship? And what was ultimately the biggest driver for you to get to the championship last year?
I think the biggest drive was honestly all the talk about me being, I think it was around 2-6 before I went on that 6-game winning streak to get me into playoffs.
Wow.
I just got a lot of trash talk, and I thought, maybe it's time for my team to kick it into gear. McCaffrey getting traded to the 49ers was a pretty big part of that. He finally hit his groove. But what's driving me, I guess, this year, other than the fact that I lost last year, I'm just aiming to prove myself once again. I've won once. I've been in the playoffs 3 out of the 4 years. My only hope now is that I could be the first multi-champion, so that way, I cement myself as a force in this league.
Sure. Yeah, that was my next question. So, you definitely want it for, the reputation, for the respect of everybody else in the league. That would be the reason that, that you'd be the first 2-time champion. That's what that would bring you, that joy?
I think it would. Yes, I think it brings you that, I don't want to say legend status, but I think it brings you that sort of respect, or like, damn, this guy really means business. So.
Yeah, and with your playoff appearances, I mean, you could definitely, you've had good success in this league. That would help put you up on the top of the pedestal. Last question, answer if you want it. You don't have to, but I've been asking everybody, what is one player, regardless of position or ADP, that you want to leave this draft today with?
That's a tough question. Regardless of position or ADP, I'll say, because I think you already know that I like him. I like Brandon Cooks this year.
Okay.
I think he's been a consistent receiver. No matter what quarterback he's had, he's done well with, the likes of Drew Brees, Tom Brady, but he's also done it with neck god. Forgot his name off the top of my head. It's Davis Mills. He's done it with Davis Mills too. So I'm thinking Dak in a high-powered Cowboys offense. I think that Brandon Cooks should do well this year, and he's always like a personal favorite of mine as well. So I think that he may do well this year.
Great. Well, Kyle, good luck to you. You're in the middle of the draft. You got to be on your toes at all times.
Of course.
Hope you have a great season, and good luck in your pursuit of a second title.
And to you as well. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, sir. Welcome in, folks, for the 9th and final JB Scoop of the day before the 2023 KFG Fantasy Draft. We are here with our first champion, and he is our first overall pick holder. It is none other than Emmett O'Brien. Emmett, how you doing today? Happy draft day. How you feeling ahead of the 2023 season?
I'm feeling great. I got the number 1 pick. I don't remember. Well, I traded up for it once, but I don't remember ever getting it from the draft selection. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a good year.
Absolutely.
I hope. I haven't been to the playoffs in a little while, so.
Absolutely, and it's pretty. It's unanimous around the fantasy landscape. Just want to hear from you. Is Justin Jefferson going to be the first person selected from the board?
Yes, I can confirm Justin Jefferson will be the first pick in the draft.
Cool. Yeah, we're kicking this one off shortly, so we know how we're getting underway. You really can't go wrong. He probably is the best position player in the entire league, and is looking to rack up a big bag. So Emmett's getting his team started that way. The sledding's been a little tough lately, right? So since your championship there, 2 years without playoffs, how are you going to look to turn that around this year and going forward?
We're going to lean on our number 1 pick, man. He's the best player in football right now, so at least in fantasy football, so,
Absolutely.
See what he can do, man.
Absolutely.
Pair with some other young receivers. I don't know. Maybe Garrett Wilson, who knows, man?
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. That was my next question. I mean, on the way back, you get back-to-back picks, same with me on the other side. Are you looking to leave with who's one of those targets besides Garrett that you're looking to leave going back, through the 3rd round?
Yes, I would love to have Garrett, but I don't think he's lasting there. So I don't know what I'll do there. But a big target I've been looking at in the mock drafts, Chris Olave. I think he's gonna have a great year. Another Ohio State receiver, same draft class, everything.
Absolutely.
Almost
And
had
you got the nice threads here.
had
You got the
pretty
Garrett
much-
Wilson threads. So I mean, that would be great.
Might need him on the team somehow. Well, we'll have to figure out a way. And then we're gonna target some running back maybe around 3. Maybe Josh Jacobs. Well, I don't know. With this news with the new contract, he might go a little earlier than in the mocks. But if Josh Jacobs was there, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't hate a little Josh Jacobs action.
Absolutely. Yeah, we know you're always ready to mock. You've been getting a lot of preparation in. How do you think that's setting you up for the draft today?
Oh, I feel so ready. I know how this draft is gonna go down exactly, man. We got 2-3 options every single pick, but it's pretty much mapped out. I mean, the team's set.
Absolutely. And I've been asking this question to everybody. Feel free to answer or not answer if you want. We're on opposite sides. But what is one player in this draft, regardless of ADP or position, that you want to find yourself leaving with?
I would love to leave this draft with Tyler Conklin, and I think that's a real possibility. He's ranked very low. He's ranked in the 220s, something like that, on Sleeper. So we don't draft 220 players, so he should be available with maybe Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft. I don't know. We'll see. Greg's been talking him up, so maybe he'll take him pick before me.
Absolutely. And would that be your starting tight end, or would that be a reserve, maybe a breakout candidate?
See, I kind of want to just trust him and make him the starting tight end, but, there are some interesting options at tight end, though, around. I don't think I'm going to go get one early because, I'm obviously not getting Kelsey. But I don't know, around 6, 7, maybe we'll get someone. But if I don't like any options there, Conklin might be the man, dude.
You heard it here,
Gronklin.
folks. Full steam ahead on the Gronklin train. Emmett, thank you for joining me, and good luck to you this season.
It's been a pleasure to be here. Can't wait for the draft.
Let's go. Best day of the year.